Every sportsman or woman has their own story to tell, whether it be one filled with hardship or one about continuing a family legacy. For 21-year-old Roarke Knapp, it's the former. Having to deal with being bullied at a young age, living without his family at 17, and dealing with the struggles of traveling far and wide around Johannesburg as an amateur boxer, Knapp has been through it all. But fast forward to 4 years later, and Knapp is now one of South Africa's young up-and-coming boxers with an impressive record of 9 wins out of 10 fights, the only blemish being a draw.
As a youngster, I used to get bullied. Living and growing up in the South, I was a very shy, timid kid. So with that became, heavy bullying. I got bullied throughout primary school. So as a result of that, my dad took me to the local boxing gym, which was the Booysens amateur boxing gym, one of the best gyms in the country. And yeah, that's where I learned how to box. That was more or less the first time I ever boxed in my life. At the time I was living in the UK, I watched the Olympic boxing on the TV. And that kind of sparked a bit of a fire to learn how to box again and get back into it. It kind of sparked this fire for the love of boxing I have today.
Fast forward to 4 years later, and Knapp is now one of South Africa's young up-and-coming boxers with an impressive record of 9 wins out of 10 fights, the only blemish being a draw. The Johannesburg-born boxer is not only skillful with his hands inside the ring, but also in the barber shop, having to make ends meet by cutting hair during the early stages of his amateur career. It was whilst doing just that Knapp got his break in the SA boxing world when he met his manager, and as the saying goes, the rest is history.
We got chatting and I said, what else do you do? Do you have any other passions? And this kid turns around and says, no, he's a boxer. And it turned out he's magic, he's got this unbelievable talent. So kind of stayed with his career just as a friend. So I used to go cut my hair there, chat to him about his boxing, and I kind of was there just watching all his fights, the first 4 or 5 fights, which he came through and won all of them. We became actually very good friends. I was popping into the barber practically every week and chatting to this kid and helping mentor him a little bit and giving him some life advice.
It's turned into a brotherhood, never mind a friendship, and he's not just my manager, so it's been a crazy ride.
With the manager came the trainer Booysens, a former boxer himself who hails from Claremont, Durban. Ntolo decided to take Knapp under his tutelage, fine-tuning an already talented amateur boxer's style in the ring. And despite their differences in terms of their background, it has not stopped the two from combining well.
The relationship I have with my current trainer, Booysens, is a special one, I think. I've got a lot of love and respect for my trainer. He's a very special man, and I think, everyone in the boxing industry in this country knows of Booysens. I'm trained by one of the best trainers in the country, if not the best trainer in the country.
We looked around, I'm not going to say this was like the first choice or the last choice, but we looked at across the spectrum, we looked at all the trainers, and then, I don't know, just met Boosie, we came through the one day and I said, Roarke, this is the man.
We have an awesome relationship. We joke around, we have fun. When it's time to play, we'll play. When it's time to work, we work. And I think that's a very important relationship to have, and it helps me in my career.
His next challenge is a stern one as he takes on Brandon Tace, a formidable figure in the boxing arena.
Very excited. It's something different, it's something new, something I never thought I'd actually be involved in. I never thought I'd be a boxer when I was young, let alone a decent boxer, and now here I am getting ready to do one of the biggest fights and tournaments of my life, the Super 4. I'm excited.
A win for Knapp would justify the hype surrounding the undefeated super welterweight fighter. And who knows, it could sound a calling for a potential title bout in the weight division or set up a potential international challenge, one the 21-year-old is aiming for.
It's been absolutely incredible. He's come from absolutely nothing, fighting with golden gloves now, ranked #1 in South Africa on the Box Rec records, number 40 by the WBC. So the kid's moving in the right direction. He's actually got some purpose in his life. We've acquired great sponsors. So yeah, boxing is now his life. It's no longer barbering and trying to get a bit of boxing in. He's now full-time boxing.